About 63% of our property taxes in Fanwood go straight to the Board of Education. Another approximate 20% go to the county. That leaves less than 20% that go to the municipal level. With that small piece of the pie, Fanwood has been ahead of the curve on getting the necessary cuts in place and being streamlined and efficient. For instance, last year the mayor initiated a shared services with the County of Union regarding police dispatching. Now what that immediately did is saved about $230,000 right off of everyone in Fanwood's over the life of the contract, 3 years. That saved immediately one line item right off the tax bills. So those are the types of things on the municipal level that the Fanwood Town Council can do and has done. Going forward, we're going to see the 2% cap, and what's going to be important is making sure Fanwood has the toolkit that is promised by Trenton so we can meet our 2% cap. My name is Kevin Boris. I've lived in Fanwood for about 3 years. My wife and I moved here right after the birth of our daughter. We were looking for a nice community to live in with good schools, good access to the trains. And I currently work at the law firm of Shane, Schaefer, and Raffanello. It's a private practice law firm in Bernardsville, New Jersey. My areas of practice include litigation, and also one of our largest clients is the Township of Monroe, where we serve as Municipal Town Council. The Planning Board of North Brunswick hears applications for any developments that are going to be occurring in the town, and you may have heard in the news one of the biggest developments that they've got going on right now is a transit village. They're calling it North Brunswick Main Street. That's being developed on the old J&J properties on Route 1. What I do as attorney for the planning board is I sit with them during their board meetings, and if there's any legal questions they have, I give them legal advice. What's going to be important is, although the municipalities have been promised that toolkit, it remains to be seen what help Trenton has given us or can give us. It's easy for Trenton to give us unfunded mandates or give us mandates to meet without the help. For instance, our property taxes went up last year, and that was as a result of cuts to the Board of Education. Board of Education saw a cut of approximately $3.8 million. That's a big number, and to make up that shortfall, the Board of Education had to make cuts in services or make cuts in programs, or they had to raise taxes. Exactly as a result of what Trenton did on a statewide level, we saw our taxes go up on a local level. Fanwood and Scotch Plains got a grant to do the shared services report. The shared services report came down with some recommendations, and the recommendations of the report state that if the two police forces are combined and the Department of Public Works are combined, there would be a cost savings. And I believe the shared services report states that just on the police forces combined, the savings would be about $1 million a year. Now, where you're seeing that savings is after about 10 years, after some of the officers retire, then you'll really start to see some savings in salaries. You had Fanwood police officers sitting at a desk doing the dispatching. As a result of the shared services, we've now got citizens, or not citizens, but non-police officers who are trained to do the right job, to do efficient services, but they're not police officers, so they're not, they're not at such a high salary. But more importantly, what that does is it frees up an officer who was behind a desk to be out on the street, patrolling. That's an example of efficient services. You're getting less cost to the taxpayers, but you're getting better services. you've got more people patrolling. When the downtown redevelopment started years ago, Mayor Marr crafted a great vision for the town, and that was premised on the fact that there were going to be multiple developers who came in with a designed vision behind the town. It's a vision that combines retail and living space, and it keeps it consistent with the Victorian feel of our downtown. Now, just like the rest of the United States, Fanwood saw and suffered through an economic downturn the past couple of years. So where a project was, and a developer would be ready, willing, and able to go, throughout the United States those projects got put on hold, and Fanwood was not immune to that. The good thing with the outcome, as the United States and as Fanwood come out of the economic downturn, Fanwood is poised to recover. We've got a great developer online who is buying the corner lot on South and Martine, where the old internet cafe used to be. And their first step is they want to demolish the existing building that's there and get going with a 4-story building that's really going to be the centerpiece of our downtown. It's going to be a centerpiece in a lot of ways. You're going to have 3 floors of apartments that are going to attract young professionals, people that want to walk across the street to the train station and commute to work, which is a benefit to everyone in town because that adds to our tax base. It also adds to the foot traffic. If you have people living downtown, you're going to have people shopping downtown. You're going to have people frequenting the businesses downtown. And that's going to see an increase of restaurants, it's going to see an increase of businesses, and that benefits everyone in the community. 8 years ago, there was some controversy over whether the town should use the power of eminent domain, condemn the whole of the downtown area, and bring in one developer. And there was a lot of opposition to that. There was opposition from the citizens, and there was opposition from the business community. And if you're building a downtown based upon local businesses, you have to have the support of the local businesses. So I would say that it's important when people go to the polls to vote that they remember that the vision of our downtown, the way it's progressed, and the support of our businesses in town were premised on the Democratic leadership in town, premised on Mayor Marr's vision, and that's a vision that's near completion. There is a new developer that's come in, and that is the developer that's going to take over the corner lots. And the good thing with this developer is they've got a local connection, local to the Fanwood Scotch Plains area. They're important because they want to develop the area and stay. They're not going to flip the property, they're not going to sell it, and they're not going to sell condos. They want to make property that they're invested in, and we're actually really lucky to have them. The condos in the back are a separate, different developer. So what you're seeing is those different entities plus the town working as a team to make the whole downtown area come alive.